Hi guys, in this video I will show you how to implement multi-language support in Laravel 11 application. So Laravel already provided localization to manage multi-language support in the Laravel application. So let's get started with the example. So I already download fresh Laravel 11 application. So we will doing from the scratch. So let's install Laravel Breeze first. So if I go here and let me run the composer command. So composer require Laravel slash breeze. Okay, and it will download a Laravel breeze from the GitHub repo. So let's wait a moment. Yeah, now it's done. Let me install the Laravel breeze. So if I go here and breeze and install, and I will choose like blade and alpine and no, and I will choose php unit and enter. So let's wait a moment to download the node dependency. Okay, now it's downloaded. So let me make it clear and let me go and run the php artisan serve. And if I go here and inside the project, you can see that login and register both. So if I click on the register, I will see like Hardik, and Hardik, I will just register as a user. So gmail.com and 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and I will say 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 and register it, and you can see that now it's perfect login with the auth scaffold. Now let's install localization. By default Laravel 11 is not support not installed the localization, so you need to install using the language publish command. So if I go here and let me clear it and artisan lang and publish. If I hit enter, you can see that language file published successfully. So if I go here, you can see that they define the English language by default. So we will define three languages for now. So I will create here first new, and there will be a like call messages dot php, and here I will be start the php and return array, and I will say like dashboard for now, dashboard, and there will be a language like dashboard. Okay, and I will say semicolon. Now I will add another language, France language. So let me create another folder here, new folder and fr, and in that folder I will create another messages file, message.php, and here same thing I will add. Okay, dashboard. So I will go to the Google translation and dashboard into the France language. So I don't know how to translate the France, but I will go to the translator and let me go paste, and yeah, France language, and you can see, let's wait. Yeah, and copy it, and I just simply paste it. Same thing, I will add another language. So create another folder, so new folder, and that will be a Italian language. So I will say it, and there is another file, messages dot php, and I will same thing, I will simply copy and paste here, and I will say Italian, and simply I will copy it and dashboard, save it. Okay, so now if I go here into the resource file and there is a dashboard, and you can see that they're already getting the dashboard, but we already created messages file. So let me go and use that one. So messages dot dashboard key, dashboard key. Okay, so if I go here and let's refresh. Okay, let me run again the projects for php artisan serve and refresh. You can see dashboard. Now let me change the language. Okay, if I go here into the env file and say like it, and if I refresh, you can see that so it's changing perfectly. But what I want to do is, like, when I want to add one other drop down here like change language, and when I click on it I can choose like France, Italian and English. Okay, so let's get added here drop down here. So let me go here and go to the layout file and navigation file. So if I go here, there is already one drop down, so I will simply copy and simply paste it here, and I will say like language, and by default will be the English, so I will keep the English. Okay, and if I go here, so I will just simply remove this one, and I will define all the language here. So first will be the English, and then second will be French, and then Italian. Okay, simply save it, and if I go and if I hit refresh, you can see language by default English. So let me change from the env as well. So save it, and if you refresh, you can see by default it's English. You can see all the list of language. So when I click on the French, then it should be changed to the French. If I click on the Italian, then it should be changed to the Italian. So let me go and create controller and route for it. Okay, so let me cancel and create new controller here. Mac controller, language controller. If I hit enter, I just need to go to the route and say like language controller, save it, and if I go here, route and get, and I will say like change, and I will say like language colon class, and then I will say like change. So if I go name, and then I will define the route name, so like lang dot change. Okay, and save it. If I go to the controller, language controller now, so let me go here and language controller here, let me create another method, and method will be called like change, and then I will say request. Okay, and I will pass the language as a request parameter. So language, so request language, and I will use the session and put local. Into the local I will put the language and redirect back, return redirect back, and save it. Okay, let me use the session as well here. So use illuminate support facades and session. Okay, and save it. Okay, now if I go to the navigation here, I just need to define, so route will be like lang dot change, and then I need to pass local equal to en. Same thing, I will simply copy and paste, and I will pass fr. Same thing, I will just copy and paste, and here just I will pass it and simply save it. And here also I will define one php array. So right now I just define, because we have a lots of letter, we have a lots of maybe the language, so you can define from the controller or something, but I will define here. So languages array, and I will say en, that should be English language, and then I will say like fr, that means French language, and then I will say like it, that means Italian language, and save it. And here if I go, so I will use session get and what local. If there is no value, then en, and I will use the language variable. If I go and copy, so I save it. Okay, and if I go here and refresh, I need to run again the project. So let me go php artisan serve. Now if I refresh, you can see English. If I click on the French, oh, there is a problem. Language controller does not exist, so that means maybe the spelling mistake are happen. So if I go and I will copy, yes, and let me rename here as well. Yep. Now refresh it. So there is a key and get local, and what is the language? So let me go here into the dashboard. Sorry, into the navigation. En, fr, and it. So here also En, fr, and it. So I think it should work. So if I refresh, it's again. So Yeah, let me check it right now. So let me try like this way, like change language English. So it's changing, but if you can see that there is a local FR, local IT. So I think I made a mistake here, like local, but here I'm getting the lang. So navigation, I just need to change it. Yes, save it. And if I hit refresh it, and now if I go here, French, you can see that here is coming French. And if I go click on the Italian, then you can see that it's coming Italian. But you can see that in the dashboard that are not going to change it. Okay, so that we need to change it. So we need to create one middleware. So if I go here and let me create one middleware. Okay, make middleware and set local, and if I hit enter, you can see that now if I go to the middleware, I just need to go and first I need to check it, like request session has local, then it will be set like request, sorry, then I need to go app colon set local, and then I will say like request session, and then I will say like get, and then I will say local. If there is a not define anything, then I will say en. Okay, and save it. And before use the app, I need to define here like illuminate, support facades, and then I will say app. Okay, and simply save it. Okay, now let me declare it here. So let me define it onto the bootstrap file. So let me go and middleware and web. Then I will say append, and I just need to define here set local. Okay, and class. Save it and let me use it here. So use app http middleware and set local. So save it, and now if I go here and if I hit refresh, okay, and let me run again the project. So artisan serve, and if I hit refresh here, okay, now you can see that it's Italian. If you click on the French, you can see that it's French. If you click on the English, then you can see it English. So same thing if you want to do for you are logged in. So what you have to do basically, you have to go here into the language folder. So let me go lang and en, and there is a messages file we've already created. So I will add another key like dashboard underscore message, and then I will simply define it. Okay, and save it. Okay, same thing I need to also define for the French language. So I will go and I will say dashboard underscore message, and then I need to translate as a French language. So let me go here, choose the French, paste it, and let me copy it and save it. Okay, and now same thing I need to go to the IT, and then let me define like dashboard underscore message, and then I will say the Italian language. Okay, let me simply copy it, paste it, and here let me go to the dashboard file and let me use messages dot dashboard underscore message, and simply save it. And if I go and if I hit refresh it, you can see that. Now let me change the language. You can see that English. If I click on the French, you can see that. So it's working perfectly fine what you expected. So later you can add another module like user post, so you can translate all the labels and it will working fine. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. So thank you so much for the watching. So please subscribe us. Thank you so much.